What's up, guys? So I wanted to talk about Call of Duty and the direction that it's headed. I know we have the Beavis and Butthead Season 4 Reloaded bundle pack that's releasing. They actually have quite a few different bundle packs that they have for the Beavis and Butthead. I believe you could get the season event bundle pack, where I think it might be just the original Beavis and Butthead cartoon lookalikes, and then you have the option to get the more militarized Beavis and Butthead, with some army apparel and stuff like that. So they're giving you the variety. I think they're including some weapon or mods or something like that. But one thing that the community is not happy about is the map layouts that they're going to be changing up with the Beavis and Butthead Season 4 Reloaded, which is, I think it's something called like shaded mapping or flat shell mapping or something like that. But the point that I'm trying to get at is they're trying to make the environments look like a 90s cartoonistic feel. And actually, to me, that sounds more of a downgrade than it sounds like making the game better. And for good reason, is because it's showing that the concern is to get more and more people into the Beavis and Butthead bundle cheer. Almost to think that, oh wow, we're getting Beavis and Butthead, buy all the skins, buy the event, buy the battle pass, buy everything. Now, I know Call of Duty will never put me into their interest of being an influencer, because I'm clearly saying things that is going against what they stand for. They stand for profits. They stand for the greed that is consuming as much money as they can. They stand for their marketing to be number one in terms of buying their product. Okay, it's the advertisement, all that stuff. But what you're not seeing, what people are missing, is that the game is not getting any better, even though it feels like it's fun to play. It feels like it's funny. It feels like, we're getting all these new add-ons. There's going to be people running around the map with Beavis and Butthead skins day one, because to them it's exciting just to have the new skin, to run around, to act a fool, and with their phrases of what they say, and everything and above. So yeah. And I'm not going to downplay anybody in the community that buys the Beavis and Butthead bundle pack, because everybody has their own free will to do what they choose and please. What I suggest as a YouTuber content creator, before anybody decides to purchase into these skins on this store, take a look at your own financial life progress, your goals, your setbacks, and ask yourself this question: is it reasonable to spend this kind of money that I could spend easily on something that could benefit my credit, that could benefit my stability, that could benefit my security, more than giving it to a company that has more than enough on their own terms? They have more than enough money to not even ask for our money. It's one of those things where you just can't believe that what the money that they have is not enough, in my opinion. And it's either that or they know the marketing scheme. And I'm sorry, Activision. I'm sorry, Microsoft. I'm sorry, Call of Duty developers. Y'all got to be called out for the constant barrage of bundle packs in the store. You got to be called out for the constant setbacks of the storyline of the Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I really thought we were going back to boots on the ground. It was going to be Desert Storm. We're going to have some really cool military setbacks, feels. This game is just trying to get every single 90s TV show or comedy or drugs, smoking the reefer, and it's just getting out of hand. Like, this is all they care about. They don't care about anything else but the actual concept of money that they make. And if it's working for them, it's working for them. There's nothing you can do about it. That's the problem. When it's working for them, they're going to keep doing it because that's something that they've gotten used to. They're probably counting the profits that we're all dropping, except for I haven't dropped anything on this game all year round. I already told you the only thing I would buy is the Terminator skin if it came back for a limited time. I would buy it for $11 just because it's $11. I'm not even making them even close to salivating with the money that they're seeing. My little amount of money is kind of an insult to their pockets of money, and that's what you need to understand. Their pockets of money. If you go back to your list of bundles that you purchased and you do the math, the 2,400 COD points, the 30 COD points, the 3,000 COD points, the 2,400 COD points, the 3,000 COD points, even the halves amounts, and you did the numbers, you added all that up, that's a lot of computing of money that you spent on a game that you don't even play anymore in the future. That is horrible. You might as well just not buy physical games anymore because you're basically paying for a digital version of the game to be no longer activated for you in the new games. That's what you're doing. You're paying for a rental fee of one year of a rental fee, maybe two if they're feeling generous and they say, hey, yeah, these skins are going to roll over this, that, and the third. They want to do that for that second year, but then they're going to add more and more and more, and eventually people are going to realize that they are running out of money because the money that you're given every time you buy a bundle pack, 2,400 COD points. What is that, $20? I'm guessing $20. If you buy a 3,000 COD point package, that's almost $30. Now, that's a lot of money. I just paid for the game. I think it was like $54. I think with 40. I think it was 40. I don't remember. I'd have to look at my GameStop receipt, but I think it was either $46 or $56, something like that. Because the original price was $69 for the game brand new. I said, hell no. Just like when the next game comes out, I'm going to try to find the best way to get the lowest price because I still want to enjoy Call of Duty at the lowest price. I want them to know that they don't deserve my money. The only time they deserve my money, even when I started in the beginning, I would have to say was during Modern Warfare 2019. The game was well polished, it looked great, it felt great. It was just one of those games that you felt good playing, and that was the line, sinker, and hook, was that whole time when everything was feeling the way it was feeling. And now it's one of those things where it's not like that anymore. You know what I mean? It's really not like that, and it's a shame. It's a shame that it is the way it is because people are just wasting their money. They're wasting their money on a game that is not going to be playable with all their skins. It's not going to switch over to the next game. So I'm just helping you guys out. I'm not saying, look, guys, don't spend your money on these games anymore, these bundle packs. Try to buy the least amount. I mean, even if you want to buy the, premium Vault Edition, go for it. But after that, you're already starting to build a house for these people. You're starting to pay for their yachts. You're paying for their expensive exotic cars that you should be driving, Like, this is the kind of life that they're living. If you listen to these high-profile streamers, they have foot pedals. And then when they show off like their crib or their cars, they have cars that are worth like a lot of money. Not cars that you and I would drive. Cars that you would see in like Fast and the Furious, Need for Speed. You know what I mean? So you're just putting that kind of money in these guys' pockets. And I'm sorry if I'm blasting these people and calling them out for what they are, because in all reality, that's what you're doing. You're making these people more wealthy while you're becoming more poorer over an idea that is not reality. It's just a thing that you pick, you use it for a little while, and then that's it. They realize how they flood the market I wouldn't even be surprised when GTA 6 comes out. They're not going to follow in the same footsteps. They're going to have probably a store. They're going to have all this stuff because the hype is there. The premium edition, it's all there. Everybody wants to make money off of gaming. And what's happened is we have lost the loyalty of what a game should really be. Its sole purpose is to enjoy it, not to be exploited by it. That's what's going on in these gaming industries. And all these companies that make these consoles, make these PCs, congratulations to them. Like, I do appreciate gaming, but what I don't appreciate is how they're looking at the numbers and realizing that they make more money off of the manipulation of trying to get you to buy this stuff rather than just enjoying the game. It's a sad truth, sad reality. Even when you play the game on Game Pass, you have the Game Pass, you're playing Black Ops 6 on Game Pass, in just a year you're paying double the amount of money. Now I'm paying for the game already through the Game Pass, but I'm paying for that because I want to keep my online connection and I want to keep my other games if I ever want to jump into other games. I'm really looking into the Stalker 2 now that the updates are rolling in, and the game and the guns and the graphics are starting to look really, really good to the point where, hey, I might actually give the game a shot. Because I want to feel something, experience something new. I don't want to feel like I'm in the same Call of Duty lobby, the same Call of Duty spin round table clock work. I want to feel like I'm playing something new and different. And I think that's what a lot of people in the community are suggesting, that I go into a different game to feel something different, more just next gen, something different, that's all. And that's the reality of what's going on. We are literally in the time of our lives where we're playing these games and we're either enjoying them or we're being exploited by them by spending more money for the games. It's a sad truth, but it is the reality. So with that being said, I am literally trying to help out us as a community, people that are new to the channel, that you don't have to spend extra money to have fun in Call of Duty. Try leveling up without spending any money. It's actually a lot of fun, and you start to see all the extra stuff that you get in the game even without spending money. So start doing that. That to me is a lot of fun. I actually enjoy it. I like it a lot. It's fun, and it's something that I really, really enjoy. With that being said, we are literally by the grip of the hands of Activision, the evil empire. Microsoft is no exception because they bought the company, and now I don't know if they're making it better or worse in the long run. You got a lot of people complaining, high-profile YouTubers complaining. The streamers, high-profile, they don't care. They're making money. They have $10,000 PCs. They have the foot pedals. They act like they ain't doing nothing wrong, but they're truly ruining the gaming experience for everybody that just wants to play a legit, fair game. You know what I'm saying? They're ruining the gaming experience for the people that just want to play a legit, fair game. And that's a problem because, you and I, we don't have the kind of money that Activision has. So why are you going to give them more? Why do you give someone more if they already have it? Don't you want to help out the people that are the people that needed to be helped out? Don't you want to help out the people that actually need help? Why give money to the people that don't need our help, that want to just take our money, that just want to ruin our financial lives? That's really, it really comes down to ruining our financial lives. Bottom line, because now we're paying more money for the same game, skins that are not going to be relevant in the near coming future. If you look at Modern Warfare 2019, none of that carried over to the new Warzone. None of that carried over. If you wanted to have some kind of resemblance to 2019, you gotta buy. They wanted you to pay money for the new ones. You see what I'm saying? They know what they're doing. they're not going to lose out on money, because they know the moment they open up those floodgates where we could use our old skins in the new game, no one's going to want to spend money. They're just going to want to use the old skins, because that's what we want. We want the old game. If you go back to Modern Warfare 2019 and you play that a couple times, you start to realize the grip and the sheer power of brainwashing that Activision and Microsoft has created through this new alliance with this game, Black Ops 6. It does not feel like a Call of Duty back in the day. You go play Cold War, you go play 2019, you go play any other game, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, is not the same as Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6, in my opinion, is just a clown show that has just turned into a one-year circus that you have to attend to, you know? Sometimes you want to just play the game to play the game. You don't want to play the game to feel like you're up against clowns, sweats, hackers, people that are just there to just trash on people. You want to play... See, when I was playing 2019, what I like about 2019 is it never felt like it was too fast. It never felt like it was getting boring. There was always a moment in 2019 when I'm playing that game, from the moment I throw the grenade to the moment I'm shooting people to the moment I'm using my kill streak to gun them down. It is awesome. It is awesome. It is awesome. And I can never, that feeling never goes away from all the maps. Yes, the maps aren't that popular, but you know what? To me, those maps were good enough to feel like I still have to be strategic. I have to have skill when I'm trying to get as many elimination kills as I can. And it's just overall, I'm having fun. And I said that on the live stream. I'm actually having fun, guys, and that's important. All right, guys, Stealth Dragon for life. Subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, give me a like. If you don't, you know what to do. Comment. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a nice day. Be safe. And we are Stealth Dragons. We breathe air. Stealth Dragon. Dragons breathe air. Humans breathe fire. I'll see you guys on the next one.